I mean, I put it out there. I want to battle Jay. I mean, now, I was with Nori, and I was like, I did call him my arch nemesis. I didn't mean it like that. You know what I'm saying? Because we all cool. But when you say do it for the culture, what better matchup than that? What better matchup than that? You know? At the end of the day, listen, I'm not worried about anybody. My catalog is crazy. My catalog is crazy. I'm not worried about anybody. You know what I mean? But you know who I'm going after.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. And this goes into the second question I was going to ask. Was there ever a battle between yourself and Jay-Z? Because there was rumors that actually happened in the pool room. I don't know if it was in y'all.
Yeah. Instead of asking me, ask him.
I want to know the result. I'm here with you. I want to know.
I mean, you heard about it, so you already know what the answer is. But instead of me answering that question, ask him. Ask him. Let's put it like this. He was with Original Flavor, and I was with Harlem Nights. You know what I'm saying? That was my man to them. Those was his man to them. And after the two men to them got their battle on, you know, we had our little situation. You know what I mean? Right. Put it like this. I ain't never lost a battle. I'm a battle rapper. I ain't never lost a battle. Ain't a breathing ever say they wrap me up in a battle. Ever. Can't be serious.
Listen, I personally...
I started off battle. My first rap was a battle. What? First one. The first thing I wrote was a battle rhyme. Come on, son. I do this for a different reason.
X, I think that if you battle Jay on Instagram Verzuz, it will literally break the internet. It will break the internet.
Listen, I don't know what it's going to do. I'm not really worried about what it's going to do. But I know people would love to see that.
Well, I would love to see it.
I know the fans would love to see that because we're at a time where, you know, we can't do shows. You know, we can't do appearances and all that. So, I mean, when you talk about doing for the culture, hey, what better situation to have? What better? I'm telling you, that'll be the one.
Okay. You are on my top 50 MC.
Don't misunderstand. Like I have a tremendous amount of respect for him. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that's why I'm like, all right, it had to be with him. You know what I mean? It has to be with him. You know what I mean? Because I do respect him. And, yo, his lyrics is crazy. You know what I mean? Like Reasonable Doubt. Man, I knocked that in the whip. Friend of the phone, yo, state your biz. You tend to dope? All right, there it is. Yo, Jay. You know what I mean?
Okay, so you got to look at it this way. You've got X gonna give it to you, Party Up, Get At Me, Dog. You got a million different records that you could go. He got a million different records that you could go. What are your 5 records that you would just absolutely bring into that battle? What are the 5?
You know what? I'm not even gonna do that. I'm not even gonna do that. That's you asking me to show what bullets I got in the gun. Don't do that. Come on. We don't do that. We don't do that.
I gotta ask. Now, last question. Again, like I said, you're in my top 50 MCs. You're actually in my top 20 MCs. Being one of the top 20
MCs. I'm feeling some kind of way. Just the top 20?
Okay, so here we go. Hold on.
Everybody got their own opinion.
Hold on 1 second, X. Hold on 1 second. So let's go here. Let's go here. Hold on 1 second. So, Rakim, Cool G Rap, Big Daddy Kane, LL, Melly Mel, Grandmaster Cass, Slick Rick.
All right.
Hold on.
All right. You do that. Okay, I get it.
I'm getting with it.
I get it. You go all the way back.
Yeah, listen.
As you should though.
We can't just go into. We have to start with the.
Now, all right. Now you got me wondering. When you say top, you mean lyrically or just what inspires you to do what you're doing?
Okay, so let's break that down.
If you say lyrically, half of what you said is dead.
But hold on, it was lyrical. Hold on, X. It was lyrical.
Lyrically.
It was lyrical.
How about we start off with Grandmaster Cass? How about that? Lyrically, Grandmaster Cass. You know what I mean? Come on, let's start off with him. You know what I mean?
Hold on.
Let's start off with Grandmaster Cass first.
Melly Mel, You got to go with Run DMC.
Listen, I want to be clear about this. I respect what the original rappers, the first rappers did. They paved the way. But when you talk about lyrically, I mean, look how rap started. Hip hop, hippie, did it. What the fuck is a hippie?
But you gotta respect.
I mean, you say lyrically. Well, we talking lyrically. We're not talking in the time zone because Grandmaster Caz was dope back then, and what he's saying back then is hot now.
So X, listen to this.
Well, I rock the mic. This is what I said about Dracula, the living dead. Come on. That was dope. He was a storyteller back then.
Okay, so listen to this. Rakim, Fuji Rap, Big Daddy Kane,
LL,
Finesse, Nas, Black Thought, Fabulous, Jadakiss, Slick Rick, Fred the Godson, Raekwon and Ghostface, Biggie, Slick Rick, KRS, Lloyd Banks, Big L, Eminem, DMX, Drake.
Lloyd Banks.
Huh? Lloyd Banks, of course.
Lyricist?
The illest lines ever.
All right, quote 4 bars. Impress me with 4 bars is.
Come on, X. Come on, I can't
give me 4 bars. Yo, that shouldn't be hard. 4 bars. 4 bars. No, fuck it. Give me two.
I can't
2
think
bars.
of them.
Huh?
I can't think of them now. I just was writing.
Oh, okay. All right.
Come on, let me ask you.
Okay, anybody I name? Bars on deck.
Hold on, listen. Prodigy, Eminem, Drake, Ice Cube, Method Man, Redman, Chuck D, Q-Tip, Lil Wayne, Big Pun, I Said Yourself, Inspector Deck, Busta Rhymes, Kendrick Lamar, Common, Das Effects, J. Cole, Tretch, The Game, EPMD, Cameron Bates, DOC.
Hold on, you leaving out my man though. That's it? No.
You got when you can make me yell over you, you know you yell.
Hold on, I didn't hear Big L.
Big L. I said Big L.
All right. Cause that's top 5. He's in the top 5. Him, Pun, Rakim.
Hold on.
I'll get back to you the rest of them.
Big Daddy Kane.
But them three right there. Body on the mic.
Nas.
Fuji Rap. Yeah. Kane.
Who? Did I miss anybody to you? Is there? I said Scarface. I did not put.
Oh yeah, right. Scarface. Yes. I got. Named a couple. I wouldn't have named, but you got a top 20. I keep it to 7. You know what I mean? You know, but you can go on for days. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's the rap thing, and you know they just had dope songs, but lyrically, like something they said that was impressive. I'm not saying the people you named weren't that, but I'm talking about if you go put them in that category, have those bars on deck.
Now hold on. This is the question I want to ask you.
This is the last question.
Hold on.
The last question 3 questions ago.
You've been talking to me.
I'm just saying.
Andre 3000, I put at the end, and I also put Tupac at the end, and I got hell for that. I do agree with Andre 2000. I did not put Tupac in there for lyrics. I did put him in there for impact on hip hop, and I did put him in there for delivery. Right. Oh, but that's a different list.
Right. I feel what you're saying. I just think we have different opinions on what makes someone lyrical.
What makes somebody lyrical to you?
The play on words and how they play on words. So the content and how they play with it.
Okay.
Rakim, stop bugging. Said dig him and never dug him. He couldn't follow leading long enough, so I drug him. You know what I mean? That's like when you do that, yeah.
It's one R in the alphabet. It's a 4-letter word. It's one R in the alphabet. It's a 4-letter word. And it's a
right. He's already in my top 5.
Okay, so hold on.
No, when I say that's like you could take the R from back then and put him against anybody now, and he'll still be in the top 5. That's what I'm saying. I ain't talking about the time period when they came out. I'm talking about you take him from then and put him against somebody now, and your body.
Okay.
He'd be on the first 48. They have me in that room asking questions. So where were you? When am I got killed.
Listen. Uji rap. I flow. My shadow grow when I walk slow. Marriage of faith, hurts slow. Coming back like I'm avenging my brother's death. I leave veterans running for medicine because I put out more lights in the fight.
Yeah. Yeah. Bad page. Now I'm on a dead gauge. You want front page? I'm making front page. Headline. Suck up today's the deadline. Your head is way past bedtime. Yeah. Come on. I'm right there. Cool G rap. Yes.
You know something? We're gonna.
That Tiffany was one of the hardest choice. But don't forget the scenario with Busta. Yeah.
Busta blacked out.
Boom from the cannon. Yeah.
He got so. Listen. I'm telling you,
how you gonna leave out Busta? How you gonna leave out Busta? Come on.
I didn't leave Busta.
Busta's a beast.
Listen, I'm gonna say it to you.
Maybe I don't hear so good.
Okay, hold on.
Maybe I don't hear so good. I don't know.
I'm gonna say it to you one more time.
I got gray hair. Maybe I don't hear so good.
Hold on. And the first five people are in order. The rest is in no particular order. The first five: Rakim, Cool G Rap, Big Daddy Kane, and LL. Everybody else is in no order. Lord Finesse, Nas, Black Thought, Fabulous, Jadakiss, Slick Rick, Fred the Godson, Raekwon and Ghostface, Biggie, Jay-Z, Slick Rick, Melly Mel, DMX, yourself, KRS, Lloyd Banks, Big L, Prodigy, Eminem, Drake, Run DMC, Beanie Siegel, Grand Poobah, Ice Cube, Method and Redman, Chuck D, Q-Tip, Lil Wayne, Kool Moe D, Grandmaster Caz, Bun B, Big Pun, Inspector Deck, Joel Ortiz, Busta Rhymes, Kendrick Lamar, Common, Das Effects, J. Cole, Tretch, The Game, EPMD, Snoop Dogg, Cameron, Mace, DOC, Papoose, PL Smooth, Lupe Fiasco, E40, T.I., Most Definitely Talib Kweli, Scarface, and Tupac.
Yo, you forgot what's the on 4 3 2 1 with us?
Cannabis.
Oh yeah, you said cannabis. Right.
Cannabis.
You said cannabis?
Cannabis.
Did you say cannabis?
No, I didn't say cannabis, but
Cannabis ate about half of.
Yes, cannabis. And then for female,
cannabis was a beast.
For female MCs, I put Roxanne Shante.
You can't do that. You can't do male and female. You can't do male and female. A hot rapper's a hot rapper, regardless of the don't matter. Hot rapper's a hot rapper. Remy Ma is up there at the top. Remy Ma.
I'm gonna give you my list right now.
Hold on though. Yo, Shorty from Texas, Anaya. Yo, one of the pups off my label, Cashmere from Harlem. Yo, come on, yo. Go get us. Don't scratch. Hit them. Yeah. I got females that'll put down half them boys. I got females that'll put down half them boys. Get them, girl.
X. I'm gonna give you.
I'm telling you, I got girls that body.
Since I put the females in order, I'm gonna give.
Why you doing male and female? A hot rapper's a hot rapper.
That's the way I
dope lyricist is a dope lyricist.
Okay, so listen.
It don't come down to sex.
Okay, so listen.
This is your fifth last question.
Okay, so here's Roxanne. You fool. Roxanne Shante.
Roxanne Shante. Yes.
Little Kim.
Roxanne Shante. Yeah. And yo, the crazy shit is like MC Light, Queen Latifah. Yo, a lot of people don't know how dope Roxanne Shante was, yo. You know what I mean? Because what she did on the record wasn't what she was doing on stage. You know what I mean? She was bagging body on stage off the top. Just, like what she did on that little Roxanne joint, that was nothing compared to how dope she was, yo. I saw the documentary. Yo, she was rapping up, man.
Queen
Latifah. If I'd have met her back then, I'd have married her. I'd have asked her to marry me.
Nicki Minaj, Bahama Diaz, Rod Digger, Eve, Lauryn Hill, Nonchalant, Missy Elliott, The Brat, Remy Ma, Sweet Tea, Moni Love, Heather B, and Lady of Rage. I'm out on that note. I'm out, bro.
There you go. Well, that's pretty much all the female rappers ever.
Nah. There was some that we left out, bro. There was some we left out, man.
Okay. A lot of people don't know that the scene from the Joker, when you're on the steps dancing. I mean, we did that in the Anthem video 20 years ago. You know what I mean? 20 years ago. On them same steps. Had a nigga ride up and then down. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we had that location already.
When I think of DMX, these are the things that I always think of. I think of manly, I think of fearless, I think of unafraid, I think of do it solo. Has there ever been something that...
Is there what?
I think of certain things. I think of someone who's never afraid. I think of someone who stands by himself on his own, and I think of somebody who is strong. Is there?
Let me tell you this. I'm not gonna say that I've never been afraid. I'm not gonna say I've never been afraid because I have been afraid. You know what I mean? And to this day, the thing that I'm afraid of the most is not being me. You know, and when it comes to standing on my own, it might have looked like I stood alone, but I never stood alone. I never stood alone. I always stood with the streets behind me. You know what I mean? As long as I stood, they stood with me. You know, so I was never on my own, ever.
What is the one thing that actually scares you? If there was one thing that you would say that scares you, what would it be?
I told you the one thing that scared me was not being able to be myself. Because a lot of people don't understand fame is a monster. Fame is a monster. Fame is something that'll have you not being yourself. Fame is something that'll have you acting different and being different and being okay with that. I never wanted to be okay with not being me. You know, I never wanted to be tricked into being someone else and not being the person that I am, because the person I am is what got me to where I'm at.
I always, when I every interaction I had with you, everything that we've ever done together, whatever it is, you've always been authentic. I can say that. You've never been Hollywood. You've never been on no bullshit. You've never been, I hit you later and then call and the number is the wrong number. That's the one thing that I 100% say. You're also a man who talks about God openly and freely in an industry where that's not really cool to do that. What made you be able to be open and talk like that to show your faith?
Well, I mean, like you said, in an industry where, you know, that's not often talked about, I've never been an industry person. I just happen to be in the industry. And there's a big difference. There's a big difference, you know? So, like, what got me to where I'm at, I had to keep it with me. And it's not so much that I'm a religious person, I'm a spiritual person. I have a relationship with God. I mean, and when I'm at my lowest, my faith is the strongest. And I don't understand why that is, because like it's at those times when God can show up and get you through the roughest times you've ever been through. When you all right, hey, who do you need? What, you know, you think you don't need anybody or anything, but it's when you're at your lowest that you realize you need something to get you through, and God was always there.
At what point did the presence of God become strong in your life? When did you actually find God? When was it? At what point?
I mean, as far back as I can remember, God has been, you know, in my life in one way or another.
Nice glasses, Daddy.
Nice glasses?
Hey!
Yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah. Say what up. What's up and walked up? Yeah. That's Exodus. And I mean, as far back as I can remember, man. My mother was a Jehovah's Witness. My grandmother was Baptist. When I went to the institutions, you know, I was Protestant for a minute, I was Catholic for a minute, and I got locked up. I took my Shahada, I was Muslim for a minute, and it's like I gained a well-rounded knowledge of each religion. And pick the one that best suited me. You know what I mean? The one I felt was like the realest.
Okay. It's said that the people with the dirtiest past become the best servants for God. Do you believe that? And do you see yourself?
I'm a walking, breathing, living example of that. If you don't do something How can you expect to help somebody else get through something? It's not by words alone. It's by experience. It's by experience. I mean, and God allow you to go through something just to be able to use you to help someone else get through something, to bring them to Him. And man, like if I had to look back and change anything, I wouldn't change a thing. I wouldn't change anything, because the hardest times I've been through was the times that I was able to see that God was there for me. When everything was going good, who was I wasn't looking for nothing. But it's in my darkest times, when I had the least amount of anything, that I became aware of what God was willing to do for me, because that's when I needed something to happen.
You know, I watched 2 weeks ago. I was with my girlfriend. Your sermon, it hit me in my soul. Like, I watched you do that. It hit me in my soul. And originally, when you were going to come on, I asked you to do that. You said to me, you can't just do it off the cuff. It has to hit you.
No, it's not that I can't. It's that I won't, because I respect it too much. I respect it way too much. God put it in my heart to do that at that time. And the word says obedience is better than sacrifice. So before you give God what you think He wants, how about you just do what He asked you to do? And He asked me to do that at that time. And I ain't gonna front, I was nervous. You know, the butterflies in my stomach, just like before I get on stage. You know, I didn't know how it was gonna turn out, but I'm like, well, you know what? God asked me to do this. So I did it.
Would you?
And I will only do it when He asked me to do it.
So that was going to be my next question. Would you ever consider having your own service, kind of like Kanye with the Sunday service, or that's just absolutely not?
See, the thing about that is like to put it on a day, to say, all right, this day I'm going to get touched by God. To me, it don't make sense. It's whenever you get touched by Him, then speak it, then do it. I mean, this, you know, you're not going to get it like that. It's not going to happen. Oh, every Sunday God's going to talk to me. That don't even make sense. And when He does talk to me, trust me, I will pass it on.
The first thing that came to my mind when I saw it. Let me explain something, people. If you have not seen X do this sermon, you need to go find that on Google or whatever, because it's powerful. It hit me in my soul. The question that I wanted to ask you, but I couldn't get in touch with you at the time, was, do you feel like we're in the end times with coronavirus? Do you feel like coronavirus is...
Okay. All right. See, this is how I'm explaining that. The minute we're born, we're dying. The minute we're born, we're dying, because we're taking step towards our death. Nobody knows when it's actually going to be or specifically going to be, but the minute you're born, you're dying. So, of course, when you look at it like that, yeah, we're moving towards the end of days. Nobody knows how many days we have left, or what's going to happen to end our days. But yes, we're definitely going towards the end of days.
Okay, because for me, when I look at this, I see coronavirus. I see dudes talking about microchip, and to me, microchip ain't nothing but the mark of the beast. Where they lose it. When I look at this, the coronavirus, I see them trying to throw microchips on you, which is the mark of the beast. I'm not about the mark of the beast. So that's why I'm feeling like it's the end time. I just want to know.
Coronavirus, that's not going to be the end of the world. That's not going to be the end of the world. That's not going to be the end of the days. That's not going to be the end of the man. It's just something to make you aware of how fragile life is. And like I said before, it's during the most difficult situations that you become aware of what God is willing to do for you. We've lost some, but they're with God. So is that really a bad thing? I mean, we're human. So, of course, we're going to hurt when people that we love die, pass on. But they're in a better place. If we look at it along those lines, we'd be happy for them. We only hurt because we're going to miss them, because we're not going to see them again. But If you have that spiritual relationship with God, then you know you're gonna see them again. You know you're gonna see them again because ain't a mother that's been born that ain't died yet.
That's true. That is 100% true.
We're all gonna get there. We're all gonna get there. What determines where you go is how you live your life. What you do with the gifts that God gave you. What you do with them.
See, for me, and people, just in case you're just tuning in, we're talking to DMX. I do this every night on Instagram Live at 7 p.m. Celebrity news, interviews, of course, people like DMX, news, gossip, everything. I looked at my personal opinion when they started pushing that they wanted to do the micro pool and instant sweeten and this.
Say it again.
When they started pushing for the last 6 to 8 weeks, they've been pushing the microchip. Oh, you can go here and you can have the microchip in your skin and you can get in the door and you can turn your arm.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that, dog. I don't know nothing about that.
That's
my walk is amongst the people. My walk is amongst the people. My talk is to the people. All that other shit that they're doing, I'm not worried about that because my faith is strong. My faith is strong. I'm not worried about what man does. I'm not worried about what man does. Do I got a mask? I'm not worried about what man does. I'm not worried about what man does. At the end of the day, it will be God's will. The word says, thy will be done.
Well, I'm going to tell you like this. I believe exactly what you're saying, and I am a man of God myself, and that kind of shit, they could leave me with that. I'm not about that life. I ain't with it. And like you said, thy will be done, and I have to put my faith in God and walk through the fire. Which way is going? I'm gonna leave you with
those with true faith, those with genuine faith, are not worried. I'm not worried because even if you go, you're going to a better place. So I don't understand what all of the come on. When it's time, it's time. You can't do a mother to stop it. When it's time, it's time. The more you worry, the less you enjoy life.
You know something? I can't even argue about that. I'm gonna leave you with two things, and then I'm gonna I'll talk to the people after this because there's a lot of things that you said that were absolute gems. On that note, is there anything you want to say before you walk out the door, bro?
I just want to say, man, just to remind the people that difficult times are ways for God to let you know what He's willing to do for you. All right.
Simple, man. I'll leave with that. People, don't forget, every night, 7 p.m., I interview someone on my Instagram Live. Everything. DMX was here tonight. He was good enough to come on a Sunday. Bro, I just want to say I love you.
Love you too, my nigga.
I'll send you something on Monday. I got something.
Yeah. Yeah, when you come to Hype Man, ain't nobody with you. Ain't nobody real shit.
DMX definitely dropped some knowledge about live. I got trained by Roger Mayweather.
Roger, tell these motherfuckers subscribe to the Prophet channel.
Oh, they got you. The reason why I hang around you is because I want to. I see what kind of good person you were. You know, you got your mom love.
You eat in the car. I don't.
With Prophet, muscle.
Yeah.